People thief too much. And that's what it is. We need to deal with that. Anyhow, let me move on to the next subject. Hey, Lucha people, I love y'all. Stop thieving. For Jesus' sake. Not all. We have a couple of honest people here, but oh Jesus. And we have plenty of thief. The pastors, everybody. Oh Jesus, Lord have mercy. God, please bring your judgment because some of them thief too much. Anyhow. So Richard Johnson is being sued. Richard Johnson is being sued by the acting road traffic controller, Miss Linda Ann Moxie. Linda Ann Moxie has taken legal action against Richard Johnson, alleging defamation. She said Richard Johnson made repeated comments on social media, about the issuance of taxi plates and our treatment of members of the public. Now, Richard Johnson allegedly, I saw Richard Johnson. Richard Johnson say on Shanique show that these police officers who are being placed in charge of road traffic should not be in charge of road traffic because police officers don't know how to treat people. Richard Johnson say they need to put them down by Bamsey, where the hog them is, and put them in charge of the hogs and the pigs and the goats. Because they don't know how to handle people. So in Ms. Moxie's lawsuit, she alleges that between August 20th and August 22nd, Richard Johnson spoke and published defamatory statements meant to suggest that she's unfit for her profession and incapable of dealing with the public. She says her reputation has been seriously damaged and she has suffered considerable hurt, distress, and embarrassment because she's in public office, She says Johnson's statement has gravely injured her reputation and brought her into ridicule, contempt, and disrepute. And she says, and he intended to deceive and to wound her reputation. She says the defendant, Richard Johnson, maliciously insinuated that the claimant was complicit in the proliferation of livery and taxi licenses to illegal migrants and non-Bahamians, specifically Haitians. Says such words are defamatory of the claimant in that they impute dishonesty, misconduct, and unfitness for public office, thereby exposing the claimant to ridicule, contempt, and disrepute. The defendant's statements are the product of deliberate false equivalence, artfully contrived to deceive and calculated to wound the claimant's reputation. And then it says, the claim cites a WhatsApp voice note disseminated on August 20th in which Johnson said, Moxie belongs on a farm or property dealing with hogs and pigs and knows nothing about people's skills and lacks the ability to treat people with respect and speaks to people like they are dealing with a dog, I guess. According to the court document, Johnson also said in the voice note that Moxie has a problem, is rude and condescending and nasty and lacks ability to deal with the public, and that she curry favors and picks whom she thinks she should get licenses. It also notes that Johnson in the first voice note said Moxie gives foreigners plates over qualified Bahamians and that she does not have respect for people in the public and that she is a prime example of oppressing Bahamians. The court document also cites a second voice note disseminated on August 21st in which Johnson accused Moxie of granting plates to who she wants to give it to and that she and the Minister of Energy and Transport, Joe Beth Colby Davis, do not get along. The court document refers to Johnson's appearance on Island TV Beyond the Headlines with Shanique Miller, where he further discussed his grievances and directly referred to Moxie when he said that she does not know how to treat people and can't work with humans and should find a farm with Bamsey, find goats and sheep and cows and hogs for them to work with because they do not do well with working with people. Oh Lord. Richard, what you do? Richard. Listen. The lawsuit says Johnson reiterated those claims the following day on August 22nd on IL's Freedom March with Lavon Miller. The document argues that Johnson intended to expose the claimant to the widest possible ridicule and contempt by disseminating defamatory statements through WhatsApp and public radio talk shows. The choice of platforms with extensive audiences demonstrates malice and a calculated design to injure the claimant's reputation beyond a limited circle, warranting aggravated damages.